passionate, driven, lyricist chasing infinite. Time and space, don't break the place, finish it. Loving it, living it, this life too.
It's pretty ironic how in this video I'm not wearing my rosary. Oh well, that's probably a small detail you didn't recognize until I mentioned it. The religions. People have a specific one that they live by depending on where they're from or how they grew up. And it makes sense. But first, let's go deep into what a religion is. A religion is an organized collection of belief systems, cultural systems, and worldviews that relate humanity to spirituality and sometimes to moral values. Many religions have narratives, symbols, traditions, or sacred histories that are intended to give meaning to life or to explain the origin of life or the universe. For example, the Holy Cross is the symbol of Christianity, which I'm going to get into in a moment. Not like that. So anyways, religions tend to derive morality, ethics, religious laws, or preferred lifestyle from their ideas about the cosmos and human nature. I know you're probably thinking, whatever that means. But it's fine, you don't need to know that. It was just to make the video longer. Aren't I such a... There are roughly 4,200 different religions across the world, but the most common ones we know are Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, Muslim, Buddhism, Budapest. No. Let's go over those real quick. Christianity. What does a Christian do? Read the Bible, pray, put their faith in a man upstairs. All the things that one would do, which is good, of course, but what is bad is that most of them say they're Christian when they're not. Most of the time, when people say they're Christian, they only say that because their family members says they are, which makes sense because they will follow them in their footsteps, which sounds pretty familiar. The generations. And when people actually are Christian, they don't act like it. They say what they want, they do what they want, they act how they want, and that sounds familiar too. The ghetto lifestyle. I just went back a year, but it's not a throwback.
Then what is it?
I'm not super hot fire, it actually wasn't a throwback. Please leave. Okay. It was a throwback. So yeah, if you say you're a Christian, but you don't live like one, you either 1, change your ways, or B, don't consider yourself one. Because Christianity is not a label, it's a way of life. And now to the next one. Catholicism. It's the same as Christianity, except it's used for describing specific traditions in Christian churches in theology, ethics, doctrine, liturgy, and spirituality. Since Catholicism and Christianity are so similar that they share the same beliefs and practices, then there really isn't much else to say about it at this point, because I already said it. Moving on to Methodism. The word itself comes from the Greek word methodos, which means pursuit of knowledge. It is yet another form of Christianity known as Protestant Christianity and is represented by a number of denominations and organizations. Methodism is also a movement, and this movement is led by John Wesley, evangelist within Anglicanism. His younger brother Charles was instrumental in writing much of the hymnody of the Methodist Church. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's cool. Methodism has a wide variety of forms of worship, ranging from high church to low church, apparently. And the funny thing is, you'll most commonly hear Methodist and Catholic at a church, depending on which one you're at. You'll even see it on the front sign, Methodist Church, Catholic Church. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Moving on. Muslim. This religion is practiced very strongly. You'll most likely know a Muslim when you see one. They most likely be wearing those hats with a certain holes in it. Sometimes they even wear a scarf. But hey, nothing wrong with that. Unless it's summertime. They be wearing some fancy scarves though. This religion is based off the Quran, which they would refer to as the Bible, which they're basically the same thing but not really. And the word itself is Arabic for one who submits to God. It can even be spelled out as Muslim. The more you know. And y'all know, they even refer to God as Allah, which can be the same thing. But enough of the good old talky talk. There's just one thing I cannot stand about this religion. They take their religion seriously, and you go and make a mockery of them? Are you kidding me? Did you ever stop and think what could happen if someone were to find out that you weren't a real one? I don't even want to know. All I know is that pretending to be Muslim makes you look like a complete... Some people even convert to Muslim from Christianity, which I feel is unnecessary, because you're already a believer of God, so why go and do that? Anyways though, here's the next one. Buddhism. What exactly is it? Well, for a start, it's a religion and a philosophy. It has a wide variety of beliefs, practices, and traditions based on teachings from someone by the name of Siddhartha Gautama, who is known as the Buddha. Buddha, which in a language known as Sanskrit, means the awakened one. Yikes. Although Buddhism is an Asian religion, it is found all throughout the world. Double yikes. No offense, but I'm glad that nobody converts to it. At least nobody I know. Even if anybody wanted to, how would they? Would they meditate? Nah, that seems a bit too simple. But hey, is it wrong that when I hear Buddhist and Buddhism, I think about gold statues of people sitting Indian style with apples in their hands? And why do they call it crisscross? Never mind. Next one. Judaism. This is a religion of the Jewish people. For them, it's more than just a religion, it's a way of life. I said that earlier. Oh well. This religion originated in the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Tanakh. Judaism is considered by religious Jews to be the expression of the covenantal relationship God established with the children of Israel. Being one of the major world religions, Judaism has been around for more than 3,000 years. Triple yikes. The Jews are an ethno-religious group and include those that were born Jewish and later convert to Judaism. Wow. I guess knowledge is power after all. Just kidding, I already knew. What were you thinking? And now it's time for reviews. With me! Sure, why not?
As a Christian, you must follow in God's way.
As a Catholic, you must follow in God's way.
As a Methodist, you must, follow in God's way. Again.
As a Muslim, you must stop pretending to be one and follow in Allah's way, which is God.
As a Buddhist, you apparently must meditate.
And as a Judas, you must follow in God's way.
And cut. That's a wrap.
Hey.
Huh?
You know, this is the longest I've interacted with you in all of my satire videos.
Oh, really? Wow, what a coincidence.
No, that wasn't a coincidence, I was just pointing that out.
Oh.
Yeah. But hey, remember earlier when I said that I wasn't super hot fire and that throwback wasn't a throwback and I told you to please leave?
Yeah? What about it?
I was kidding, man. I was just in the middle of something, that's why.
Oh, that's okay. I already knew.
You didn't know that.
Yes, I did.
How?
I'm all inside your head. But don't worry about that.
Subscribe to my channel.